Hey guys, welcome to another video for the Redmi K20 Pro, and yet again we are talking about this amazing ROM called Abhix ROG edition. Now today we have a new update that has come out, that is the stable MIUI 12.5.5 update, and it is released only for the K20 Pro. This is the quick 24-hour review in which we'll talk about the benchmark numbers, my initial experience, and how good this ROM can be as a daily driver. But before we get into the review, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. In the description of each video, you will find a link to our Telegram community where you have more than 1,000 like-minded people chatting with each other, so join us there. Last but not the least, if you think the hard work is worth the effort, please click on the join button and support the channel. Now without further ado, hello awesome people, welcome to PhoneOps. My name is Kailash. Let's get going. Alright, now a small request to begin with. I would request you guys to please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon, because we are still getting more than 70% of our views from people who have watched and liked the videos but they have not subscribed. Subscribing doesn't charge or cost you anything, and it really motivates us and helps the channel grow. Now back to the topic. We are talking about Abhix ROG edition version 12.5.5 stable for the K20 Pro. The changelog is removed unnecessary apps, added performance mode toggle, that's in the battery section, added July security update. Now remember, since the time K20 Pro has stopped receiving betas, it is stuck on the May update of security patch. If safety net fails, try hiding Magisk. If hiding doesn't work, it says use this. So this is a safety net fix. I have not tried that. Then you have the download link, and that's about the new things and the changelog. Now what makes this ROM really special is the customization and the look and the smoothness. Now not only they have customized things, they are step by step adding things to this particular ROM, which results in this ROM performing better, a bearable MIUI experience. If you ask me, it works really well, much better than it would. So the moment you boot into this particular ROM, you will see that you're booting into typical MIUI but with a different set of icons. You have your always on display over here, and from the top to bottom you have your new control center, right? Just like that, it works smooth as butter. Now I'll tell you this, Abhix ROG edition has been one of the smoothest MIUI ROMs that I've tried on the Redmi K20 Pro. Now it does come with a custom set of icon pack, as you can see, and if you swipe from top to bottom, you have your control center, in which if you go ahead and edit, you have this performance mode toggle which they have recently added, so you can go ahead and add that as well. The NFC option is not for the Indian K20 Pro, it's for the global Mi 9T Pro, right? So those things are there. And to the left you have the new app vault, and if you press and hold over here, go to settings, you go to more, -1 screen, you can set it to Google Discover. So that is something really neat, very useful for me. System navigation is gestures. You do have your system launcher over here, and double tap to lock screen is there. Global icon animations are there. Arrange items in recents, you can set it to horizontally as well. So let's see, if you click on show memory status over here, as you can see, 2.7 GB of 6 GB available. So the RAM management is pretty decent. It is not super amazing, but it is pretty decent. And in the recents menu, you have cleaner, security scan, deep clean, and manage apps. You can have floating windows from recents as well. That is something really neat. And if you press and hold on this, you can lock, split screen, floating window. There you go. It works like a charm. So that is something really neat. So floating windows is working as expected. Now another neat thing about this particular ROM is it comes highly debloated. Even after that, Sanath, one of my lead testers, was saying that there are still a few applications which he doesn't need, so you can go ahead and debloat it, because you will need root on this phone and stuff like that for passing safety net. So that is a story for a different day. But yeah, this ROM comes highly debloated. Even if you look at the camera application, it is a stock camera application, of course, because it is based on MIUI. So you get all the nifty advanced features that you get in the K20 Pro camera, and the camera works absolutely fine. There is no problem at all. Now if you actually go to apps one by one, let's go to security first for that matter. This is the security version 5.6.6, right? So this is the latest security app, and it does come with Game Turbo 4.0, right? So that is something really neat. If let me show you here Game Turbo 4.0, right? It comes with the updated toolbox and it comes with the latest game turbo, that too in English, so that is something really nice. Now, as I said earlier, this ROM doesn't come with a ton of bloatware, but there are still some applications, for example, things like FM radio, compass, you might not use it on day-to-day basis. So that is there, but the theming on this particular ROM is pretty good. So, you know, let's actually go to themes over here and let's hit agree. Let's go to my account, let's go to themes. Okay, so you have the default theme, you have the Abhix ROG UI, and then you have this gradient UI as well. So let's go ahead and apply this. So this is the UI that was introduced in the previous release, and this is sort of that neon type of look which looks really different to me. It is a love it or leave it thing. I may not use it as a daily driver, but it looks different, it's decent. So if you go to settings, you will see that the settings menu has been made to look a little different as well, which is something really neat. And if you go to battery, you do have the performance mode toggle. So let's go to balanced, for example, and now let's go to performance. Device performance will improve. This might increase power consumption and lead to overheating issues. Turn on anyway, and then you have a persistent notification over here, right? And the battery life and everything we'll talk about in a bit. But if you actually see in settings, we have all the options that you will need. Even if you go to always on display and stuff, you have raise to wake, double tap to wake, all the advanced features. Some of MIUI China features are also there. So this privacy and awareness protection menu is from MIUI China. Basically, you know, this is based on the MIUI 12.5.5 China stable, which makes it even better, because remember, I have been saying always that the China beta or China stable ROMs have been performing really well compared to the global updates. So that is good. Now if you go to about Abhix ROG edition, it is maintained by OMI, so decent job there. And these are all the specifications. And if you go to all specs, you will notice July security patch, and the kernel is the perf kernel. Now remember, this ROM is MIUI, so it supports the Marisa kernel, which allows you to overclock your screen. So, and remember, if you overclock anything on your phone or electronic hardware, it is completely up to you. It is not anyone else's responsibility, right? Now moving on, if we talk about the smoothness of the ROM, it is really smooth. Even if you go to special features, game turbo, video toolbox, as you can see over here, then you have floating windows, you have front camera effects, MIUI lab, in which you have AI preloading. You can go ahead and enable that. So, you know, basically all the MIUI China features are available in this particular ROM. This ROM is definitely good for a daily driver. And let's talk about the battery life over here real quick. So it has been on battery for 22 hours and 55 minutes. That's 23 hours. That's excellent standby. The screen has been used for 1 hour and 14 minutes. We still have a good more than 50% battery left, so that is something really neat. Now let's go ahead and have a look at the benchmark numbers, because this is a MIUI based ROM. There is not much we can talk about apart from the optimization and the changelog that is there. So let me show you the benchmark numbers real quick. So this is a CPU throttle test. CPU throttle to 88% of its max performance, but look at this number. Average score is 200, 310 GIPS. That is a very good score. Now let's go ahead and have a look at Geekbench real quick. 742 single core to 733 multi-core, and what about Antutu benchmark? 517, 839. So, you know, all in all, this is a rock solid ROM. It has a ton of customizations. For example, just look at this animation. You have different styles of customized charging animations and whatnot, which is included with this particular ROM. And the fingerprint scanner, of course, it works like a charm. The app icon animations are there. So if I were to go ahead and cover each and every customization feature that they have included, it would be a very long video, and I don't want to bore you all. I want to tell you guys that you can definitely flash this. This is a good ROM. You can use it as a daily driver. It is not for esports, not for hardcore gaming, but for your daily gaming of 2-3 hours. This is a rock solid ROM. Give it a try. Let me know in the comment section what do you think about this video. Until the next one, this is Kailash signing off at PhoneOps. Keep smiling. Take care. Goodbye.